This week on Crime Fighters, we highlight the relaunch of the Nigerian Services Joint Border Patrol, which took place on Friday, 20th May 2005, where the need for security at the nation's borders was reiterated. We also bring you the confession of a woman who is now in police net for smuggling Indian hemp to her husband, who is in custody for robbery. Watch and be informed. Welcome. Sequel to the directive of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, that an effective modality should be worked out to bring about adequate security at the borders of the nation. A meeting of service chiefs of the Nigerian Police, Nigeria Customs, and the Nigerian Immigration was held on the 16th of May 2005. After detailed deliberations, it was agreed that an enhanced joint border patrol by the Nigerian Police, Immigration and the Customs Services should be launched as an antidote to the activities of criminals along the Seme, Idiroko and Jibia-Katsina borders. Briefing the press in Lagos shortly before the launch on Friday, 20th of May 2005, the police image maker Emmanuel Ighodalo enumerated the objectives of the joint patrol.
In view of this development, the meeting was scheduled for Monday, 16th May 2005 for stakeholders in the three services for deliberations, thus giving birth to the relaunch of the joint border patrol operations in the borders already highlighted above. What are the objectives of the enhanced joint border patrol? The objectives of the enhanced joint border patrol, among others, include the following: curbing of criminal activities like human trafficking, smuggling and similar offences. B. Forging a better working relationship among the services. We want to see ourselves as outfits meant to serve the country and Nigerians. In doing this, we want to forge good collaborative efforts in giving quality service as individual forces and services and collectively as a joint force. C. To fight corruption, a common enemy, a cankerworm, and a threat to the services that provide the joint patrol and operations force. D. To commence patrols of our borders jointly and immediately. In realizing these said goals, equal number of officers and men drawn from the police, customs and immigration services would man the three borders already highlighted.
The official launching of the joint patrol was marked in a ceremony on Friday, 20th May 2005 at the Seme Idiroko borders, which had in attendance the Minister of Internal Affairs, Professor Iyorchia, the Acting Inspector General of Police, Sunday Ehindero, Controllers General of the Nigerian Immigration and Customs Services, representative of the Lagos State Governor, traditional rulers, senior officers, and other dignitaries. The Inspector General of Police, Sunday Ehindero, spoke on the essence of the joint patrol.
Having met with his counterpart from Benin Republic, directed that there should be a joint border patrol which will include the police, the custom and the immigration. As a result of that, we had a series of meetings in which it was decided that there should be this inauguration here this morning. And some few hours from now, the launching at Idiroko will also take place. In another week's time, there will be the launching at Jibia, at the border between Nigeria and Niger Republic. The whole essence is to curtail transborder criminality, be it arms smuggling, trafficking in children and women, drug trafficking, auto theft, and other allied crimes. You will know that I've seen that The mere fact that we are all present here and represented by the three sister services is an indication of a combined effort to tackle this crime.
The Minister of Internal Affairs, Professor Iyorchia, and the representative of the Lagos State Governor, Major Babatunde, in separate speeches, said that it was pertinent that adequate security is maintained at the nation's borders.
Border patrol which we are commissioning today or launching today, it will go to strengthen the cooperation between the three services of immigration, the police, and the customs. It will also help to improve our crime control measures. We want our citizens in the various border areas, both in Benin Republic and in Nigeria, to live in peace. To make sure that their properties are secure and not to be harassed by various criminals which are operating across these borders.
The laudable event, cooperation amongst our security personnel of both, not only of Nigerians, but of both countries, to ensure serenity and tranquility amongst our people beyond semi-borders. His Excellency tasks us all to support and help sustain this laudable project.
The Comptroller General of Customs, Jacob Bubagang, had this to say at the epoch-making occasion.
The services are charged with the responsibility of enforcing government fiscal policy. And it is our responsibility to understand what this fiscal policy is all about, so that we can discharge this duty with zeal. Year in, year out, it is the desire of government to ensure that the economic well-being of Nigerians and our neighbors is protected. And when you talk about security, obviously the first aspect of security is economic security. Because without economic security, you can't have an effective physical security. And economic security translates into gainful employment of our citizenry. You would appreciate that rising crime is a reflection of unemployment. And unemployment can only be tackled if we allow the private sector to thrive and grow. And we can only do this if the productive base of our economy is strengthened.
It was not all talk at the event, as the joint patrol teams entertained the gathering with a parade performance and a traditional dance by indigenes of the host community. The final words at the occasion were from the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Joseph Ude, who thanked all that made the occasion a success.
You will agree with me that the ceremony here today has been quite successful. Successful in the sense that quite a number of people put their efforts in making this occasion very grand. I want to take this opportunity to thank first and foremost Mr. President for giving us the resources and the wherewithal
in carrying out our responsibilities.
Are you leading a life worthy of emulation by your words? Do you care to find out what they do in your absence? If you know it or not, they will take over from you in future. Are you preparing them to be worthy citizens or criminals, cult members, prostitutes? It's worthwhile to give your words the attention they need now while you can, before it is too late. This has been a message from the Nigerian